There's something I want to offer you, especially if life has felt loud, demanding, or just a little bit too much lately. I've created a free meditation called A Still Place You Can Trust. It's not about fixing yourself. It's not about calming your mind or getting anywhere. It's simply a place to pause. This meditation gently guides you back into a sense of being held by your body, by the moment, by something quieter underneath all the effort. You don't need to know how to meditate. You don't need to do it right. You don't even need to relax. It's designed to meet you exactly as you are. Tired, uncertain, open, guarded. All of it's welcome. People have told me it feels like remembering something they didn't realize they'd forgotten. A kind of stillness that doesn't ask anything from them. If that sounds like something your nervous system might need right now, you can find a still place you can trust through the link in the show notes. It's free, it's gentle, and it's there whenever you need somewhere quiet to land. Welcome to Grounded is the New Sexy. This is a space for people who are tired of pushing and ready for their life and creativity to feel more alive. I'm Christy Little. I'm an artist and someone who's learned that clarity, creativity, and confidence don't come from forcing ourselves forward. They come from slowing down enough to feel what's actually true. Here, we talk about living and creating in a way that's grounded, embodied, and honest, without fixing, performing, or keeping up. If you've been craving more presence, more connection, and a rhythm that actually feels like yours, I'm really glad you're here. Hello, and welcome back. I'm really glad you're here with me today, because today I want to talk about something that's been very alive in my world, and maybe it's been alive in yours too. It's about listening. Not the kind where you're waiting for an answer, but the kind where you're letting a new rhythm find you. We're at an interesting point right now. It's technically a new year, but if you're anything like me, it doesn't feel like a clean slate or dramatic reset. It feels more like something is stirring, but it's not rushing, and it's not demanding clarity, and it's definitely not hustling. It's just quietly saying, hey, something new is trying to come online. And I think a lot of us have been conditioned to respond to that moment by immediately asking, what is it? And what am I supposed to do with it? How do I shape it into something productive or shareable or coherent? But what if this moment isn't asking for definition yet? What if it's asking for attunement? So I'll share this from my own life. Lately, I've been painting again, but not in the way that I used to. I'm not building a series right now. I'm not trying to define a body of work. I'm not asking the paintings to even make sense yet. I'm listening. I've been creating smaller pieces that are just intuitive and exploratory, playful, and honestly, they've been kind of magical. And not because they're perfect, but because they're honest. They're coming from a place where I'm letting a new inner frequency lead without forcing it to explain itself. And I realized something important. This isn't just about art. This is about life. So many of us are in a moment where our intuition is sharpening, but we've been taught to distrust that phase unless it immediately produces results. We've been taught that if something can't be named or packaged or explained, that it must not be ready. But intuition doesn't arrive fully formed. It arrives as sensation, curiosity, a spark, a subtle pull, and presence, like real presence, is what allows that spark to grow into something sustainable. Not pressure, not urgency, not performance, presence. So if you're in a season where you feel something shifting but can't quite articulate it, or old ways of moving just don't feel like they fit anymore, or new ways haven't really fully landed yet, or you're craving more play and more honesty and more truth, like me, I want you to hear this. You're not behind, and you're not stuck, and you're not doing it wrong. You're learning a new rhythm. And new rhythms are felt before they're named. And there's something else I want to bring up here, because I know I am not alone in this feeling. For a long time, I had a pattern of rushing to make sense of intuitive sparks the moment they arrived. An idea would come through, or a feeling, a nudge, a vision, and almost immediately I'd try to translate it into some kind of form. I would ask myself, like, what is this? Where is this going? How do I make something out of it? And what I've been seeing, like really clearly lately, is that when I moved that fast, what I created was often a diluted version of that original spark. Sometimes it felt stale or just slightly off. Sometimes it carried a fear or an urgency that wasn't actually part of the original signal. And it's not because the intuition is wrong, but because I didn't give it enough space to organize itself before asking it to perform. And I think this is something many of us are unwinding right now. We've been taught that momentum means immediacy. That if inspiration arrives, we need to act on it quickly or we'll lose it. But I'm learning that true alignment doesn't rush, it ripens. When I slow down and I let an intuitive spark breathe, when I stay with it in the body instead of forcing it into some kind of structure, what eventually emerges feels clearer and truer and so much more alive. And this is such a new, refreshing experience for me. It's not about making things happen anymore. It's about letting what's real take shape in its own time. So I want to do something with you right now. Nothing complicated, nothing performative. Just a few minutes to help you reconnect with your inner signal, the one that knows how to listen before it knows how to speak. So if you're driving right now, just soften your attention and come back to this another time when you can go deeper. If you're somewhere safe to actually pause, you might gently close your eyes if you feel called to do so. Take a breath. Not a deep one, just a real one. Let your shoulders drop. Let your jaw soften. And bring your attention to your body. not to fix anything, not to scan for tension, just to notice. I'm here. Now imagine there's a subtle rhythm moving through you, not a sound, a pace, the pace of your breath, the pace of your thoughts. The pace of how you want to move through the day. You don't need to change it, just notice it. Now gently ask yourself, without pressure, what rhythm feels most natural to me right now? Don't look for words. Notice sensations. Does it feel slow? Spacious? Curious? Playful? Quiet? Let whatever arises be enough. Now place a hand somewhere on your body, your chest, your belly, wherever feels grounding, and silently say to yourself, I trust myself to listen. I don't need to rush clarity. I allow what's emerging to unfold naturally. Take one more breath. And when you're ready, gently come back. If you want to stay with this a little longer, here's a question you can journal with, gently without trying to solve it. Where in my life am I being invited to listen longer before I move into action? Here's what I want you to carry after this episode. You don't need to force alignment. You sink into it by listening. You don't find your spark by chasing it. You find it by making space for it. And you don't need to know where this new rhythm is taking you yet. You just need to keep showing up honestly. This is how sustainable creativity is born. This is how trust deepens. This is how life starts to feel like it's moving with you again. If this episode resonated, just let it land gently. You don't need to do anything with it right away. Just notice where you feel a little more permission, a little more ease, a little more trust in your own timing. I'm so grateful you're here, and I'll meet you again very soon here. Take care. Thank you for being here with me. Before you go, I want to invite you to take a slow breath, just one, and notice how your body feels right now. That feeling, that settling, that opening, that's the real work. If this episode resonated with you, if it softened something, sparked something, or simply helped you feel a little more alive, I'd love for you to stay connected. You can subscribe to Grounded is the New Sexy wherever you're listening so these conversations find you when you need them. And if you feel called, sharing this episode with someone you love is one of the most meaningful ways to support this work. These conversations tend to reach people right when they're ready. If you'd like to go deeper, you can find me in the Luminous Sanctuary, my space on Substack, where I share reflections, practices, and transmissions for living and creating from a more grounded, embodied place. There's a free space to enter and deeper layers if and when you're ready. You can also explore my artwork and any current offerings at christylittleartist.com, where everything I create lives as an extension of this same frequency. Slow, intentional, alive. All the links are waiting for you in the show notes. And thank you for listening. Thank you for showing up for your life in this way. And until next time, stay grounded, stay curious, and keep coming alive.